Hello guys, so in this project we're going to learn how to make text follow a specific path or pattern. So let's have a close look on this image. So once you look this image, you can see how converse is written and all star is written. So it actually follows a specific pattern or follows a specific path. So in this course, we're going to learn how to achieve this using path. So in Photoshop, there are actually various methods you can use in order to achieve this great work. But in our case, we're going to use path, how to make text follow a specific path. So guys, let's jump into the project and start realizing this. So guys, the first thing we're going to do is to create a new project file, new, and then go with the initial configurations. Here we just want to rename our project by giving path and then click on create. So here you're just going to drag this window and then resize it because we want to have a closer look on this logo. We're going to make a mock-up of this logo, guys. So just resize it and put it wherever you want. And here we're going to start by inserting a shape by clicking on ellipse tool. So make sure here you have shape, is not path. Make sure you've selected shape here. And then in the configuration, so here you can have the configuration of our shape. Thickness you can go with 2, color black, and here you click on proportional because we want to draw a rounded shape like a circle, and here from the center, and you're good to go. So here you just draw a circle just like that, and then move it here. Can move it here. Press Ctrl T. Ctrl T is a shortcut used to resize. Once you press Ctrl T, another shortcut is you maintain, you press Alt. Once you press Alt, you can resize this shape from the center. So you resize it. Okay, just like that. Please press on OK. And then we're going to click back on our shape here on fill. We don't want to give a color here inside because here, as you can see, the inner part of the shape is white. So here we just remove the color, no color. And here the borders, we're going to give the borders this brown color. So here you click on stroke. Stroke means the borders of the shape. And here you just select by selecting the color on the shoe here and click on OK. So here we have we can increase the borders here. So here let's increase the borders and then give it let's say 20 pixels, and then here once you give 20 pixels you are good to go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to insert these dotted lines. As you can see on this image, you have these dotted lines. So what we're going to do is to select this ellipse tool once more and then draw another circle and then put it here in the middle. Press Ctrl T to resize and press Alt to resize from the middle. Okay, just like that. And then we want to remove the color. Click on our shape and here no color. We just want to remove the inner color of this shape. So click on fill and then click on no color. Here click on no color. Okay, the color has disappeared. And then here in stroke we want to give let's say we want to give 4 pixels, and here guys you can see the various stroke options. So the borders, we want to make the borders dotted, so you just click on the dotted lines here and then click on more configurations. So here you can see the type is dashed line, and here you have the dashes, the number of dashes you want. Here you can make it, you want 2, and here gap you can give it 3. You can see the spacing here in custom, so we want this to appear on our image. Okay, so here we are on ellipse 2, which is this one. And then let's try to increase a little bit the borders. And here let us give a color. So let's select this color pick and give this color which is found on the star and click on OK. Yes. And then let's increase our border. Okay, so guys, as you can see how it's dotted. So let's reduce and give it 8. 8 is too much. Let us give 5. So I think with 5 you are good to go. So just click on this move tool and click elsewhere. So guys, as you can see, we've realized these dotted lines. So the next thing to do is to make these second dotted lines, because we have two. We have these dotted lines twice. So the next thing we're going to do is to make a duplicate. So let's rename our layers here by giving ellipse first, dotted, and then we make a duplicate of it and give ellipse second dotted for the second dotted shape and click on OK. So it's actually here. If you click on it and move it, you can see this is the ellipse second dotted. So you just press on Ctrl T because we want to resize it. We want to resize, press on Alt to resize from the middle. Okay, so I think here is okay. So you can click on your arrows to move here. You can click on your arrow key on your keyboard just to have some small spacings, so you can move it a little bit upwards. Okay, like that we're good to go. And if you drag a little bit up here, you can see you can rotate it. You can make a rotation and click OK. So guys, you can see we have two rounded ellipse shapes here. So the next thing we're going to do is to write this converse, and for this we're going to use path. So here we're going to use our ellipse tool. So you click on ellipse tool and make sure here is no more shape but is path. So here we're going to draw another circle here. And in order to move this, as you can see, you cannot move. In order to move this path, you're going to click on this path selection tool. So you just click on this path selection tool and then you can move the path. Because what we're going to do with this path is to write the text, because we want the text to follow this path, to follow this line, to follow this pattern. So guys, just try to move it here like that. So we're going to write converse on this path. So the next thing we're going to do is to grab the text tool. So once you grab the text tool, see how this icon changes. So see how the icon is. So once I come up on top of the line, see how it changes. So once it changes, you just click on it. So once you click, then you can write your text. So you can see how the text follows the path. So we're going to write converse. So you just want to write converse like that. Press Ctrl A to select your text, and then here we just want to reduce a little bit our text. Let's reduce and give 20 with 20, or let's go with 22, just like that, and press OK. So guys, with this path selection tool, once you click on path selection tool, and you can see how the cursor changes when I come upon of my path. When I'm just on top of my path, see how it changes. There's a small black arrow. So you can just click here. You can use it to move your text like that. You can use to move your text just like that. And if you drag it down, you can see the text has become inverted. The text is inverted. So if you drag it up, then you can have your text. So once you have this text like that, you click on the move tool and then press Ctrl T, and then the next thing we're going to do is to rotate. Ctrl T is to rotate, because we want to have our converse just like that as on the logo. So you just click like that and then rotate it. Okay, press Ctrl T and then move it a little bit down. Ctrl T and then move it a little bit up so that it follows this shape. So you're just going to move, press Ctrl T and then Alt, just dimension from the center, and then let's say we want to put it somewhere here. Okay guys, and then press on OK. So the first thing, so that is our converse we've just realized. So you can see how the text really follows a particular path. So in order to understand, so you can select, for example, this tool. Once you click on it, this is a free pen tool. So you can draw, for example, something like that, and select your text tool. So once you select your text tool and click, you can see how the text really follows the path. So you can write anything here and then you'll see how it follows the path. So that is what is really cool with this path, because you can draw your path and then your text will really follow it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to write this all star. So let's just do an undo pen tool, and then you're going to select this ellipse tool once more and then draw another circle. Going to draw another circle and then select this path selection tool here, and then we want to write all star. Select your pen tool, and then here we want to write all star, and here you select your path selection tool. Once the cursor changes, you drag it up just like that so that it comes upward. So you see, once you drag it down, it comes down. Once you drag it up, it comes up. You drag it down just like that, guys. So you drag it up and down. So in this case, and then this, you can move your text as you want. You can move your text just like that. We want to put it at the center here, and then with your selection tool, you just bring it down, or you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard just to bring it down like that. Okay, you can just bring it down and press, and here, so you can see up you have your converse, here you have your all star, and the next thing we're going to do is to insert this star. You can just go on the tools here and then select polygon tool. In the configurations, make sure you have here free transform star ratio 50% from center, and here you have your number of sides. This is the number of sides, 5. We want our star to have 5 sides, and here you have just the rounded radius, so you can go with 3, 2, 1 as you want. And here you're just going to draw our star here just like that. Make sure you click first on the image, click on your tool here. Okay, make sure here you have selected your shape, because the star we want to insert is a shape, it's no more a path. So here you just want to draw our star and then click on the move tool, and here we want to move. Ctrl T, we want to increase a little bit our star, and press Alt while increasing. Alt, select your tool down here. We want to give a this color which is on the star. You click on the color picker, and here you select the color on the star and click OK. So we'll fill it with this color, and then on the borders, on the stroke, we don't want to give the color to our borders, so no color here. And then click on your move tool. So guys, so here we have our star. So you can press Ctrl T, click on the star, Ctrl T, and then you can rotate a little bit just like that and press on OK. You can just move just as you want. And the next thing we're going to do is to write this name by selecting text tool, and here we just want to write truck. So here we want to write truck just like that and change the style. So here guys, you can select whatever you want. So here I have my font here on the Atosha. So I just downloaded this font online, so you can try whatever font you want here. So in my case, I'll try Atosha, and then Ctrl T to resize this, and Alt here, and then I want to rotate it a little bit like that. And with your arrow keys, you can just move and move it wherever you want, and click on OK. You want to change the color to blue, select our text tool, Ctrl A to select the text, and then here you select the color. We want to select this color on the text and click on OK. So guys, you can see we've written chalk here. The next thing is to write this tailor. So you can do a duplicate of this chalk, duplicate layer. Once we do a duplicate, we click on the move tool, drag it here, and then grab the text tool and write hello and click on OK. So guys, that is a mock-up of this logo. So that is how you can actually use your various shapes tool. If you didn't watch the course on shapes, guys, please go and watch the course on shape. So in order to master how to use those shapes, how to include shapes, how to give them colors, and etc. So in this course, we've seen how to use the path, how to include these different text to follow a particular path with this all-star. So guys, if you just like this course, and if you have questions, just drop the questions in the comments. If you want that I should take another example using this path, so just tell me in the comments, and then I'll do a second example of this, a second project, a second example. So just like this course, subscribe, and then we're going to see in the next project. So let's meet in the next course. So goodbye.